Alright, we're recording. So hi you guys and welcome to my channel. I'm back with a new video, a highly requested one. I'm finally gonna check out the Evander Real Deal Holyfield. This documentary is called Greatest Heart in History. I'm super excited for this one because I watched videos of him, but it's always been him versus someone else, but we never dig deep into his life, his story, his career. So hopefully we're gonna do that in this long video. So I'm gonna stop rambling. Let's get straight into this video. Alright, you guys, sit back, relax, grab your popcorn. Got my sparkling water here as always.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world.
Arguably the greatest cruiserweight in boxing history. His is the story of determination, heart, spirit, and the relentless pursuit of his dreams.
Woo! Woo! We gotta start
The
like
boxing icon. His own video game.
One of the greatest fighters from the last 50 years.
A fleet of sports cars.
Most of the champions $230
Oh yeah!
million.
I read by the house in Atlanta. Rick Ross owns it now, right? Crazy.
Earnings are gone.
And a tragic tale of losing it all.
By Holyfield. The fight has been stopped.
Stunning, though. You gotta give him that.
Myers, who has sustained two cuts around the right eye.
Evander Real Deal Holyfield.
TKO, Evander Real Deal Holyfield.
There you go. Oh my God, what an intro.
Raised by a single mother, his family moved to the crime-ridden Bowen housing projects in Atlanta for work.
And when did you start boxing?
Started at 8 years old.
A chance encounter with a youth coach pushed young Evander to boxing.
Mr. Morgan, he was like 70 years old. He said, "Do you know you could be like Muhammad Ali?" I said, "I'm only 8 years old." He said, "You won't always be 8.
You need a role model, to somebody, someone.
He stormed through the amateur ranks and joined the 1984 American Olympic boxing team. Arguably the greatest squad in American history.
I knocked everybody out.
Making it too easy.
He won every match by knockout.
And the last person I knocked out, they say I hit him on a break.
This is Holyfield in the semifinals at the Olympic Games in Los Angeles versus Kevin Barry of New Zealand.
84, I wasn't born. Born 93.
You saw that. It was inevitable. Now, wait a minute. It was on the break,
Yeah, you
and I
knocked the life out of
think
him.
it will deduct a point, but I don't know that the
Finito.
fighter can go
Finito.
on.
Come
He
on.
was DQ'd after knocking out his opponent.
Thus it was Anton Josipovic of Yugoslavia going on to win the gold. But the International Olympic Committee virtually admitted the unfairness of the disqualification, and they awarded Holyfield the bronze medal amidst much controversy. And Josipovic gave Holyfield his due.
It ranks among the greatest
wow,
Olympic
respect.
robberies to ever
Wow.
take place.
Things happen.
Yep.
And my mom always told me things
Wow,
happen.
respect from Yugoslavia back then. Wow.
Good and bad to good people and bad people.
Evander settled for bronze
Wow.
and set aim on a professional
Still dirty.
career.
Another
I
fact,
respect
the
that.
man we're going to show in the
Ooh,
first
chills
bout
my legs
is the best
too.
prospect, in my opinion. 3 knockouts, 4, but didn't win the gold. Evander Holyfield.
His
But
highly
he is
anticipated
gold.
debut went off without a hit.
Here we go in the first round. Watch Holyfield in the red trunks, red, white, and blue, from Atlanta, Georgia. He punches extremely
Punching
hard.
the air. That's what he's
To
doing.
the body, back to the head with the left hook, doubling up on it.
Yay. Nah, that's beauty. That's beauty. You guys don't know, I don't really like hits and bloods and punches and stuff. This is art.
Oh, 1-2, that's staggered by arm, but look at him.
Accuracy. There.
The winner by unanimous
By
decision.
unanimous decision.
in his professional boxing debut, Evander Holyfield.
Holyfield was the hottest commodity in boxing, not named Mike Tyson.
After his popularity soared following that provocative disqualification at the 1984 Olympic Games in Los Angeles.
And is a great businessman, and most of all, he had my best interest in his heart.
His Olympic robbery had elevated him to mainstream consciousness and drew the attention of crooked managers and promoters.
No, don't Don King, please.
Don't have other bodies looking out for you. Everybody taking something for themselves. Man, everybody just stealing, man. They just stealing.
Seems that you trusted the wrong people.
Well, yeah.
With a chance to make a name for himself against Evander Holyfield, whom many feel in a couple of years will be primed for a shot at the light heavyweight title.
With each fight, Holyfield improved.
That stuns Rivera. And then Holyfield works on the body, comes back to the head, again with a left.
Counter lefties!
Back very gamely, trying to escape
Nice
the
lifter
corner.
right there!
Holyfield trying to punch in, he comes in with the right. He missed the first one, but connected on the second. Evander Holyfield wins it, and he wins it very impressively. He is now 4-0, his second knockout.
He's a gentle human being outside of the ring. He's soft-spoken, but in that ring, he's like a Ray Leonard. All the great ones have that quality. He's the kind of guy who was back in Greece, he'd have a sword in his hand and he'd be out in the sawdust coming at you, and you wouldn't want to see that. He's a bayonet fighter. He wants to get in there with you, but get close. He doesn't want any fooling around. He's in a fist fight.
And he's in against Evander Holyfield, who became such a national figure as a
out. You
result
know, we bet it on
of
tonight.
disqualification in the Olympic Games.
Who's standing
The
out
winner of
there?
this fight figures to be in line for a title opportunity with Donald Quarry and Leon Spinks.
Not relying on brute power, but true boxing skill to put his opponents away.
Hard left and right by Holyfield. Holyfield got him on his knee with a left hook.
Class.
I look forward to him. I basically rely on my boxing ability. If I can't knock a guy out, I can sit there and use my jab and beat him all 8 rounds, or how many rounds that I have to go. So it's not like I'm short fused, short patient or anything.
Here, Moody gets caught in the ropes, which opens the door for Holyfield to unleash hell.
You see the durability here of Moody. He's not the kind of fighter traditionally who has been able to be knocked out with one punch. You have to put punches together like Holyfield has done right there.
Combination. Ay. Lean back. Oh my God. Ay.
This fight is over. It should be. That's the knockdown here in round 3, and the referee signaling an end without even beginning the count. So Moody comes across the ocean to Lancaster, Pennsylvania to accept this confrontation with Holyfield and winds up flat on his back as Evander takes a step toward a title shot with an impressive third round knockout victory over Shisanda Moody.
At home in an Atlanta suburb are living proof that his life is more than boxing. There's wife Paulette, 2-year-old son Evander Jr., and daughter Ashley.
At home, Holyfield was a man of family and faith, though over the years he'd struggle with fidelity, another major reason for his financial downfall.
Come on, Holyfield.
Having 11 kids with 6 different...
11 is my lucky number with 6
different women.
Oh, my
Sidebar.
God.
Wrap it up, gentlemen. One night of fun can cost you a whole lot of your
They want to
future.
use you. Watch out for those women, like, come on. But he's not innocent either, I'm just saying, like...
In the ring, he was a warrior of the scariest regard.
Uppercut got in.
A perpetual motion machine who throws punches in bunches and seems to never retire.
Not being tired of a lot of things.
This fight should be stopped. Go here. Bronson's going to give him a count. He didn't make it.
It is over.
he didn't make it.
He'd now contend for his first world title.
He now has a chance to become the first of the Olympians to fight for a world title. Is he ready this fast?
He has been very impressive in his 8 fights to date. He has shown that he has retained his power. He puts punches together very, very well, and he has the competitive fire to take on an opponent when he's in trouble.
30 years ago this year, you won your first title against Dwight Muhammad Quarry. You ended up in hospital that night.
Sure did. You know, it was a very tough fight, and my 12th professional fight. Didn't nobody think I was going to win. They thought I was going to get knocked out.
Clapping hands, he goes up into the ring.
I didn't come in to get knocked out. I came to win.
Do or die.
Holyfield hearing the cheer. The bell rings, and this is round 1.
Just 2 years after his Olympic disappointment, he was fighting for the junior heavyweight title.
Dwight Muhammad Qawi was an absolute beast. Known for his ferocious punching power, he was no cupcake title holder for the young Holyfield.
Beating the champion.
You see the movement, the difference?
Many young fighters target a belt held by someone who they view as beatable.
Holyfield, couple of big punches from the left and another one from the right.
Evander entered his first title fight as an even bet, a coin flip. What ensued was a war.
Taking numerous shots.
Oh, he taking those punches, though. Oh, he taking them. Oh.
He did come back with a strong left to keep Qawi honest.
What's the response?
For his own.
A real back and forth brawl
Definitely.
that tested the resolve of the young Holyfield.
Oh,
But I must admit, I read a few times that you consider that to be one of your hardest fights, if not your hardest fight.
That was the toughest fight.
This guy does not give.
One reason, because I didn't have that much experience, and another reason, I went 15 rounds.
Wow. Wow.
The real deal threw over 1,200 punches in 15 rounds. 1,200.
For the winner, and new
He'd secured his first professional title.
Thank you very much, Alan. Evander Holyfield seemingly more impressive with each outing. And several times during the course of the fight, we heard Al and Alex Waller refer to the fight in which he won the title, and that was back in July, last July 12th to be exact. It was at the Omni in Atlanta, Georgia, and he took the title from Dwight Muhammad Qawi.
Evander had been baptized by fire and would be the better for it.
Turned pro in November of '84, the night of gold in New York. Took less than 2 years to win a title. And as I turn now to Alex Wallow, the irony here is that there were 9 gold medalists, 1 silver medalist, and 1 bronze medalist for the U.S. at Los Angeles. And the man who won the bronze wound up winning the first title.
But even though he is champion, I think he has not yet reached his full potential. This is only his 14th professional fight. And with more experience, he will get better, especially if he gets that surge of confidence that comes to so many fighters when they win a title.
Massage thing, muscle thing.
He'd take on former Olympic teammate Henry Tillman.
Whoa! What was that? He hit the spot.
He battered Tillman, dropping him 4 times.
You're gonna be honest.
Get over here!
Punch his head off.
Evander Holyfield.
No, he's the main event.
Retain that title. He remains undefeated with 14 straight. He won by a technical knockout at 143 of the 7th round.
Immediately, there was speculation about Holyfield jumping up to heavyweight. But Evander had goals of conquering the cruiserweight division first.
He was one of the first guys that figured out how to correctly implement weightlifting training because of Mackie Shilstone.
We profile Holyfield and the training that he underwent. It's 21st century kind of techniques. They're very involved with Team Holyfield, the kinds of people they have working with.
Using free weights and specially designed weight machines, Hallmark has bulked Holyfield up from 190 to 202 without sacrificing any of his hand speed or endurance.
Holyfield pushed training to new heights. implementing training in ways boxers hadn't before.
The next goal was to keep looking for better and better ways to keep him motivated, to keep him sharp.
Conditioning coach Tim Hallmark have taken a unique preparation approach with a futuristic training program that is transforming Evander into boxing's first high-tech heavyweight.
Better way to train, better equipment to train on. Once one goal's met, there's another goal right behind it.
Evander Holyfield is the WBA junior heavyweight champion. Ricky Parkey is the IBF cruiserweight champ. Holyfield scoring with lefts and rights. And did hurt Parkey. And Holyfield again shaking Parkey. The legs buckled, Parkey going down. Whoa! That is time left of the round.
Oh my God.
Will count it.
Yeah.
Against Ricky Parkey, Holyfield had a shot to capture his second title.
Ricky! Come on, Ricky. He's not getting anything in. We know that this was a good match. Ay, 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 ay.
Evander Holyfield has stopped Ricky Parkey in round 3. So Evander Holyfield is now both the WBA junior heavyweight champion and the IBF cruiserweight champ.
The thunderous knockout had secured Holyfield the IBF cruiserweight title.
I do want to just take Ozzy Ocasio and take him very seriously. Then afterwards, looking towards that tough fight against Mike Tyson, whoever might be there at that time.
Holyfield and Mike Tyson were on a collision course that seemed inevitable. Holyfield kept doing his part.
You get the feeling Ocasio certainly doesn't want any more. Holyfield zeroing in, knowing this could end right now.
And loose, Evander Holyfield retains his WBA junior heavyweight, IBF cruiserweight crowns, and sets up a second match with Dwight Muhammad Qawi.
And here we go, round 1. It is scheduled for 15. This is for the IBF Cruiserweight Championship. Rated number 1 by the WBA, number 3 according to the IBF. Two-time former world champion says he has only one goal to regain the title from Evander Holyfield.
Boy, when Holyfield triggers off a counter punch, and here comes Qawi back. Dwight Qawi can only get frustrated with this kind of fight.
The guy in the back. Oh. Whoa.
A wild miss and he goes down again. It's all over.
He's getting up. He's over. It's over. He cannot get up. He stayed, looked at the doctor right in the face, shook his head, and that was the end of that. Holyfield in a knockout.
As his fame grew, so did his fortune. He built an enormous mansion and acquired a litany of expensive new toys. And of course, the highest peak one could ever reach.
He worked for it. He worked for it.
His own Sega game. Mike Tyson was showing up at his fights, trying to build hype for the super fight.
Boom, perfect timing.
There is amidst this capacity crowd, the world heavyweight champion Mike Tyson with his wife Robin Gibbons, the actress, and that is the man. As they are introduced.
Just one
Don't wave dirty people around him. Your own do you dirty.
feuded cruiserweight champ.
And here we go. One scheduled for 12 for the undisputed cruiserweight championship.
This is a different kind of evil.
That one sent down, reeling back. A blistering attack.
a dominant performance en route to capturing the third and final cruiserweight strap.
Who is that?
Round 8. Bill Swain steps in. He has
Holyfield destroyed him.
Holyfield is the undisputed cruiserweight junior heavyweight champion of the world. Evander Holyfield. Now 18-0 with 14 knockouts. He has unified the cruiserweight title for the first time.
It's like old audio, so it's a little bit.
The cruiserweight division, Holyfield
only
needs
this
to
here?
move up to heavyweight.
When the former cruiserweight king stepped up to the heavyweight ranks, he had to prove he belonged there. This evening, amidst the calmness and serenity, Evander, real deal Holyfield, makes his heavyweight debut against James Quick Tillis.
Evander, does it feel much different to you to walk into your dressing room now that you're a full heavyweight instead of a cruiserweight?
Well, I feel no different. I think each and every fight is important, and so it's no different.
In his first heavyweight fight, he'd take on the man who had given Tyson the hardest fight of his career, James Tillis.
Well, he's going to have to change his name to Not So Quick Tillis because he's getting outspeeded and slugged.
Here's an assault by Holyfield.
Maybe this is right.
Example of hand speed.
A hard right by Holyfield.
Round 2.
That stunned Tillis.
Yeah, he's tired.
Holding on with 9 seconds, 8 seconds.
Yeah, he's tired. We cannot get anything in. No response, no counter.
Tillis looks like he's looking for a place to land. He's looking for
like
good
giving him
shoes to go
anything.
down. Couple of good shots and he'll be gone.
Catch his breath.
It's all
Yeah, he's finito.
The doctor apparently advised Richard Steele, and Steele signaled all over. Evander Holyfield has won, stopping James Quick Tillis after round 5.
It was a thorough and dominant outing that only raised more questions about Evander from haters.
Some Christmas spirit here on the boardwalk in Atlantic City.
Questions about his power and ability to finish large fighters.
Evander didn't knock out Tillis, you recall, and the question still lingers concerning his strength and size in the heavyweight ranks. Holyfield says his hand speed and foot speed will be the difference. 26-year-old Evander Holyfield has given up his World Cruiserweight Championship, and he has set his sights on Mike Tyson in the World Heavyweight Championship.
Listen, you can never please haters, though. You could be, but this is not good. Nah, that was not real. Okay.
And that happens from time to time.
And they were saying, get off first, get the punch off first. And there he did.
And Pinklon, he's hanging on, but he has been...
Oh, brother! What a crisp left as Holyfield doubled up with the left. And Thomas is dazed. He's got a cut under his right
lefty.
eye. He is dazed. Vicious right.
No, this is my Evander
Holyfield.
He's so dominant. It's insane. You see the different level.
And the bell saves Pinkett Thomas here in round 7.
It was a holiday beatdown that saw Thomas quit on his stool between rounds.
Bye-bye, that's it, that's it. He's stopping it, Angelo is stopping the bout.
And now 20-0 with 16 knockouts overall.
Still, the press speculated Holyfield lacked the power to compete in the heavies.
A trimmed down Evander Holyfield, 208, was 210 his last fight, looking to outspeed, outquick the 225-pound Michael Dokes, the former WBA heavyweight champion. Dokes said he's going to come right out, look for the knockout.
No, it's no time.
Though Nova says the key word here for Evander Holyfield is respect.
It was against former champion Michael Dokes that many believed Holyfield's heavyweight dreams would come to an end.
Round 3 scheduled for 12.
Good strategic move by Dokes. He should be using that big weight to maul and confuse and frustrate. Oh, he's gotten hurt.
He was simply too small. Not
look
a
at the
real
size
heavyweight.
difference. Wow.
He's got Holyfield in some trouble here.
Ah, the guy looks huge. Like, was so...
It was an epic showdown.
Oh, the mouthpiece. They need... It's crazy how they're not like timing it out. Like, get your mouthpiece.
Are hurting each other, and yet Holyfield still stands there.
Still standing. Holyfield without the mouthpiece. It was Holyfield that lost it, right?
Standing here at Caesar's Palace.
Dokes aimed to squash Holyfield, who he viewed as all height.
Oh, what a shot!
Ooh, getting a little shaky.
Evander responded in kind.
Ooh, look at the combo.
By giving Dokes one of the most thorough beatings he'd ever received.
Michael Dokes staggered.
Round 10. Should be tired by now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
A spectacular knockout.
Evander drove Michael Dokes, former heavyweight champion, across the ring.
Because he's lighter than him, heavier, you get tired. You have to...
Ended the fight.
And he went in the first round, just crazy energy.
A few questions. Has he got guts? You bet. Can he punch? You bet. And has he got the courage to stand in with a guy who's got the willpower?
His disadvantage, his advantage, kind of.
From here, it was all about building
Look at me talking all this.
to Mike Tyson.
More a surprise the way that
Still waiting.
Holyfield has not. Right now, Holyfield is getting untracked. He's finally woken up. Fans are going wild.
Holyfield went out and destroyed any and all competition.
But down goes Rodriguez out of nowhere. Edson Rodriguez is on the canvas. He's not getting up, and he's not getting up. It's all over. Here in the second round, Evander Holyfield has KO'd Edson Rodriguez.
Is that a tooth? Something else?
Well, if there's any doubt that Evander Holyfield possesses a knockout punch, you can erase all that doubt. He does it in one punch.
Cleaning out the division and leaving Don King less and
Yeah, we're not trying to see Don
less
King.
ways to
Dirty
dodge
Don.
the Tyson-Holyfield fight.
Who did you think were going to be your great rival?